There's probably one thing that comes to mind when you hear the name Charli D'Amelio.
The dances.
TikTok. In March of 2020, she became the #1 most followed TikToker in the world, and for most of you, that's all she will ever be. However, her and her family have tried just about every career imaginable since their meteoric rise to fame, yet they are still known as being famous for nothing. Today we are going to look at the incredible story of a normal American family who was launched into fame for no reason, and how they are destroying their family trying to entertain an audience that does not care about them. The D'Amelios lived a comfortable existence in a traditional New England.
Guys, I said this 3 years ago. Okay, do I remember when I said this last time? I'm sure some of you guys remember this quote I said. I said, people on TikTok, unfortunately, care about nothing. And people need to realize this. Short attention span, people see their TikToks, right? They need to convert that into something different. If you try to automatically make it something without doing any sort of transformation, it's GG.
New England suburb.
Some conversions
Their
to be
parents
made.
were already rich before the fame, as the sisters attended the King's School in Stamford, Connecticut,
I'll talk
which
about it
cost $50,000 per year to attend high school. Charli describes her life before
Yo, who pays $50K per year for high school? These people are getting robbed. What the fuck? Well, these motherfuckers are getting robbed. Are you kidding me? They have 2 children, $100K a year for high school? You're telling me if I put them through fucking public school, right? That's $1 million that I get for free back. Think about that. You get about $1 million or half a mil for free for sending them to fucking public school instead.
Charli describes her life before TikTok as normal. I would go to school, go to dance, do my homework, and go to bed. It was pretty much like every other teenager's life. Charli.
Okay, chat. Watch this, chat. Watch this. I'm about to do an experiment. You sit your children at the table, okay, and then you tell them, "Yo, guys, listen, guys. You might not know much about life, okay? Do you want life on hard mode or easy mode? If they choose hard mode, right? Every penny you're gonna put into their education in that school, you put that shit in a fund, right? For the next 5 years while they go to high school in public school, right? And then when they graduate, they get whatever amount of money that they would have put into private school instead, right? That is $250K each, $50K a year. Do that 5 times 5. That's $250K, right? Plus all the interest and all the things that it gathered over time. Let that. Imagine, dude. You chose hard mode, and you get like $400K for just graduating it. I mean, you deserve it because you chose a hard mode. Is that gonna sick? No? Okay.
They downloaded TikTok like anyone else to distract their mind from the mundaneness of everyday life. She uploaded her first video in March of 2019, which was her and a friend lip-syncing to a random soundbite. She didn't expect anyone but her friends to watch her videos. Considering she had a deep passion for dance, competing as a competitive dancer since she was a toddler, TikTok was the obvious outlet to post fun dance videos. But she could have never predicted what would happen next. In July 2019, on her way to dance class, Charli posted a duet of her following the choreography of a user named Move With Joy. The video instantly went viral, and her notifications blew up during class. I had like 7 followers, but when she picked up her phone after class, she had 2,000.
That's
Although
nice.
Charli claims she never wanted attention nor was trying to be famous, after her first taste of virality, she prioritized TikTok like someone who did it as a full-time job. She posted every day, sometimes multiple times per day, and very quickly she gained hundreds of thousands of followers. Although she was a skilled dancer,
billions?
it's not like she was doing Jabberwocky's level moves that would impress you. In fact, you wouldn't be able to tell that she was a skilled dancer from the mediocre moves she posted on the app. So why was she so popular? Well, even she didn't know. I wish I could give everyone an explanation as to what happened, but I have no idea. I'm just doing what I do every day and posting it, I guess. It's very insane to me, as it is for everyone.
That's great to chat. On most social media platforms, even Twitch, most people don't even myself in that lump. Nobody knows. People can act like they know what's up. People can act like, oh, I know this, I know that. The reality is that nobody knows what the fuck. People will have some hints after the fact, after they get past that barrier on what is kind of cool, what's kind of chill, and then they kind of go past that, right? But really, nobody really knows what the fuck.
everyone else watching. At the time, the app was dominated by young users. TikTok classified more than a third, roughly 16.6 million, of its 49 million daily users in the United States as being 14 years old or younger. Charlie was 15 years old at the time, making her appealing to the age group of the most active users. Since it was working, she just kept posting, kept trying to grow and see what happens. But her being popular became somewhat of a joke. The Charli D'Amelio challenge was a huge trend where people would overreact to her incredibly average TikToks. In a never-ending ironic loop, people were going viral reacting to her videos, which made her even more viral, which led to even more people asking, why is she famous? Making fun of her became an easy way to gain millions of views, but some things she did were genuinely cringe, like her very first YouTube video intro.
Hey guys, it's Charlie and I'm super excited to be sharing
chat, it's too early for this. No, chat, it's too early for this. Let me put the fucking heat up. No, I can't. It's way too fucking early for this shit.
YouTube video on my YouTube channel.
As you can imagine, this became a huge meme.
Nah, I can't.
It's Charlie and
I'm not doing it.
I'm super excited to be sharing with you my first ever YouTube video on my YouTube channel.
Hey guys, my name's Jay. My dad left me at 6. Oh!
Not many people were making money on this app at the time, but in 2019, being a full-time social media personality was a realistic career path, so she definitely had that in the back of her mind and kept pushing along. Then one dance defined the rest of Charli's career. In October 2019, she performed a dance called The Renegade, which was a popular trend coinciding with the K-Camp song called Lottery.
What?
The simplistic moves made every teenager on the internet want to give it a try. She was already popular, but this exploded her to over 5 million followers on TikTok. Lottery became the first sound on the platform to reach 20 million videos. If you were unfamiliar with the app, you would think this was the only TikTok dance. Charli would post multiple videos per week doing this one dance.
doing this shit, bro.
It is now 4 years later, and some people still only know her as the TikTok girl who does
I'm
this
done
dance.
with this shit.
By the end of 2019, she had 18 million followers. Her sister Dixie had a few million followers, and even her mother and father had TikTok accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers. The D'Amelio family was a full-blown business now, and it was time to capitalize on it. Charli got to step into Hollywood and voice act in the animated children's film Stardog and Turbo Cat. The family signed to United Talent Agency in January of 2020 and began receiving massive business opportunities.
UTA classic.
Charli got to meet and collaborate with her idol, Jennifer Lopez.
So next week, you guys as a family are going to the Super Bowl. So you have 4 tickets to the Super Bowl, hotels, airfare, you're going to every single event, and you get to go spend time with J-Lo and meet J-Lo.
Chat, I'm pretty sure I was with UTA before. Before I swapped, I was with UTA. And then we just split ways, but they're chill. I'm pretty sure it was UTA. Was it not? I don't even know.
She was also featured in a Super Bowl commercial for Sabra Hummus.
Huh?
Okay, boomer.
Clearly, acting is not her strong suit, but the only talent that Charli...
Wait, what?
Okay, boomer.
Clearly, acting is not her strong suit, but the only talent that Charli brought to the table was doing the Renegade dance. However, she was incorrectly credited with creating the dance, as TikTok users referred to her as the CEO of Renegade, which would ultimately lead to her first major controversy.
Huh?
But first, a word from our sponsor.
I'm
Underdog
confused.
Fantasy.
Let me link this in chat. This is his video. We're watching Patrick CC, very nice video
Underdog
maker.
Fantasy is the easiest place. 2020, the New York Times published an article revealing the actual creator of the Renegade dance, suggesting that Charli and other creators emulated the routine without crediting the source. The Renegade was created by 14-year-old choreographer Jalaiah Harmon, who designed the dance in September 2019 and posted it to her Instagram a month before Charli.
Chat, guys, this is gonna be my worst take, chat. This is gonna be my worst take, okay? Okay, I don't give a fuck, okay? Who makes what fucking dance? I think credits for shit like that are fucking stupid, useless, and they annoy me. I do not care, okay? If somebody got more popular doing it and got more traction for whatever reason, whether it's because they're something else or whatever, right? That's what matters, okay? Whoever made it, I don't give a fuck, okay? It didn't go hard when you made it, okay? Your shit is dog shit, I don't want to hear
Charlie
it.
recreated
I don't want to hear
it
it.
on TikTok. I was
just
happy when
my
I saw my
take.
dance all over, she said, but I wanted credit for it. What added to the uproar was that Jalaiah was a young black girl who many felt was being overshadowed in a market filled with white teenage girls like Charlie and newcomer Addison Rae, who stole her dance and profited immensely. Unless you have a copyright for the dance, then nobody can technically...
If there's nothing about race in what's going on, okay, if you're the one who puts race into the equation, you're automatically wrong, okay? It's not people think that you're automatically right sometimes, you're automatically wrong, okay? That's just what I think. If it's something that has nothing to do with race, it's not in the equation, nobody knows, nobody gives a fuck, and you put it in as some sort of lever to anything or argument, you're just wrong automatically. I don't want to fuck it. Guys, I don't give a fuck. You guys, try to cancel me as much as you want for this. I don't care, okay? It is pointless. It is stupid. And whatever amount of healing you think you're trying to do, you think you're causing more damage. That's just what you're doing.
technically steal it. However, there are countless examples of influencers who gained a career from creating one dance, but then never figured out a way to make money from other people doing the dance. Charlie, through a publicist, said that she was so glad to know who created the dance. "I know it's associated with me," she said, "but I'm so happy to give Jalaiah credit." Shortly after the New York Times article was published, Charlie posted a video to the TikTok performing the dance alongside Jalaiah and Addison Rae. Now it's considered standard practice to put dance credit, or DC, then tag the creator who originally made it in the caption. Even when Charlie went on Jimmy Fallon to dance in front of millions, they DC'd everyone in the description below. I'm just glad Young Daddy Cack got their credit. Fortunately for Charlie, this controversy kind of went away quickly.
Chat, here's why it's kind of like this. Because people don't give a shit. People don't care to click on stuff or Google it or look at it. They just inherently don't care. They look at the screen, they either click like or swipe. That's what they do, okay? So that credit really doesn't do shit for anybody. It just doesn't, okay? The trickle down is so little. That's just so in general, like it's cool to give credit. I think it's cool, pog, right? But I think people make a big deal out of it for no reason.
Because the world got hit with the pandemic and had bigger problems to address. By the end of March 2020, nearly the whole world was shut down, with hundreds of millions of people inside browsing the internet all day. TikTok gained 315 million new users. So when Charlie officially became the #1 most followed TikTok account on March 25th, it was huge news. She surpassed Lauren Gray at 41.4 million followers. TikTok having a rising star was crucial for their success. Charlie was their model example of how this app can change your life.
Look, this guy says, "Let's steal your gun and profit from it." Oh man, I got news for you, brother. I think people will yoink my shit for an average a combined amount of like, I think it's in the 8 digits per year combined. Legit. This is what
it just kept leading to more and more people asking, why is she #1? Why is she famous? It didn't help that Charlie embarked on the most generic career path as any other random LA socialite influencer. She started a podcast. The Ramble Podcast Network struck a deal with Charlie and Dixie to launch a series called Two Chicks. They lasted 27 episodes, but it didn't take off since the two aren't really that great at talking. Then Charlie and Dixie partnered with Morphe Cosmetics to launch a makeup line. Makeup reviewers on YouTube thought that the products were just average, specifically designed for young...
You know what? For something being a cash grab, if good reviewers say it's average, I think that's still pretty good. For one of their first product, that's my take. I think that's pretty good that it's average. It's hard, it's pretty rare that people make their first kind of deal type thing in these fields that are very, like, people are very critical of the products, that it's not complete dog shit.
Young teenagers and just felt like a business play rather than an ambitious endeavor. Dunkin' Donuts offered a limited time drink on their menu called The Charlie. Then she collaborated with Hollister, designing a limited edition fleece sweatshirt. Charlie later appeared in Jennifer Lopez's music video for the single Pati plus Lonely, and in Bebe Rexha's Baby I'm Jealous shortly after. Charlie's basic influencer journey was likely due to pressure from her managers letting her know she needed to be capitalizing on her moment.
Wow.
So what this is it's a look at your 2021. This is the major things we're focusing on. So we have all partnerships. We have, the different companies you're working with, like, ring lights and starting a clothing company. So, and then you have books and TV shows.
Most 16-year-olds are not ambitious. They just want to hang out with their friends. So Charlie's managers essentially just tell her what career she is going to pursue, because if the world is going to give you fame, why not make millions of dollars from it? She didn't need to prove herself in these industries. Her follower count was enough. It seemed like Dixie Dixie had to try harder to be recognized as a promising talent, so she wasn't just seen as Charlie's sister.
Oh,
There were days I would work all day and Charlie wouldn't do anything. I was like, how do you have all these followers and you're laying in bed all day?
Dixie made her acting debut in the Brat TV series Attaway General. This show
Yeah, Chad, this is like a very dystopian thing. I feel like some of these are problems that are just kind of starting to happen, I guess, in our world, right? And not a lot of people know how to navigate this, because the reality is nobody fucking knows what are the, because that's a very weird dynamic. That's very weird, Chad, because then there's gonna be a lot of like jealousy and weird interactions between the two of them, and you can literally look like, guys, I don't want to overanalyze, but I mean, I will overanalyze, fuck it.
I would work all day.
Nick's brother, Nick does not care about followers. Nick doesn't give a fuck. Nick doesn't try to be popular on anything. Nick tries to remain off camera as much as he can. He doesn't have an account because that's just what it is. Like, he's not jealous or whatever the fuck. He doesn't need to be jealous of. We're both. He has a fucking career and makes money off of his real work. Like, he doesn't.
Day and Charlie wouldn't do anything.
Like, look at this.
How do you have all these followers and you're laying in bed all day?
Like, oh man. I would really not like to be in this dynamic, because there's some I would assume there's some like a feeling of like guilt almost, not knowing what to explain to them, not knowing what to say or make them feel better, not knowing how to diffuse maybe the jealousy going on. It's really tough.
Didn't do anything. I was like, how do you have all these followers and you're laying in bed all day?
Dixie made her acting debut in the Brat TV series Attaway General. This show is essentially a low-budget Grey's Anatomy, replacing the adults with TikTok influencers who can't act, including Dixie despite her theater background. Instead of incorporating real-life scenarios to teach important values to children, Attaway General is filled with unrealistic scenarios where these teen volunteers find themselves assisting patients in critical conditions with severe medical injuries, despite having no qualifications. They also casually walk around the hospital, in and out of patients' rooms, and randomly break into TikTok dances in the hallway. The show received terrible reviews, sitting at an abysmal 1 out of 10 on IMDb. Dixie left the series after 1 season to focus on her music career, but her music career didn't really go smoothly either. Be Happy was Dixie's debut single, which focused on themes such as mental illness and depression. As she was hyping up the release, nobody had heard her sing before. She was notoriously a bad dancer and now a bad actor, so nobody really knew what to expect. What they got was Dixie moping around her multi-million-dollar LA mansion, asking everyone to let her be sad. It was your standard formulaic pop song with Rebecca Black Friday level singing. Despite the memes, it gained 100 million views on YouTube and charted in multiple countries, including New Zealand, Ireland, Canada, and Scotland.
100
The
million?
song was later
That's
certified
insane.
gold, prompting a remix featuring singer-songwriter Black Bear and rapper Lil Mosey.
Who?
And although many expected her to tuck her tail and quit music, she did the opposite. Dixie signed a record deal with
Big
record
Bear.
executive L.A. Reid's label Hitco Entertainment. For the rest of the year, she released 3 more singles: Naughty List, a Christmas song with Liam Payne, One Whole Day featuring Wiz Khalifa, and Roommates. She's consistently kept releasing music over the years, and her singing has gotten much better.
Sugar-coated on my pain, couldn't help it, I was just a kid.
Unfortunately, her first impression was so mediocre that closed-minded people probably don't want to give her music a second.
Here's another bad take. I think your singing has to be insane these days to really make a difference. I don't really give a fuck. What makes a song listenable or not is whether the song is good or not. The singing is so little in this. It's just, it is what it is. Okay, either people like the voice or don't. The quality of the singing, nobody gives a fuck. Okay, this is what it is.
Chance. Teenagers want independence, but they still rely on their parents a lot for their comfort and advice.
But LA is a very tricky place and people get sucked in. But being around my parents and my family keeps me so grounded, and
we still sleep home. We still like tell our parents if we're leaving.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you guys like that?
yeah.
keeps us like sane and normal.
Charlie and Dixie likely went into
Wait, this interviewer, do you guys like that, bro? That's just like what growing up is. Like, especially in a big city that's like foreign to you. What the fuck? Bro, I would tell my parents that we're going out every single time without question. That's just what it is. It's
business with their family because, well, it'd be more comfortable to attack the crazy Hollywood lifestyle as a group. The D'Amelio family YouTube channel was launched, which would lay the foundation for their reality show. These videos only proved that they were just any other ordinary family. It also sparked their first major controversy together. In November 2020, Charlie lost roughly 1 million followers after posting the first episode in a new series called Dinner with the D'Amelios. The series was intended to feature the family eating a meal with a different surprise guest. In the first episode, the D'Amelios sat down with James Charles for a paella dinner prepared for them by private chef Aaron May. The dish, traditional to Spanish culture, contained snails. Dixie picks up the snail, repulsed by the idea of eating it, and the chef tries to convince her to try it. This is what happened.
See? It sometimes happens when... Don't be so dramatic.
Excuse yourself.
Oh, she actually threw up. Ew.
Do we have any dino nuggets?
Ew.
While not liking snails is normal, it's obviously very rude to gag and make a huge scene. Imagine how the chef felt seeing that. Especially when later in the video, Dixie...
You know what? I'm gonna go against his take. Yo, I like what xQc, but this take is just bad, okay? It's just a bad take, because the chef knows, he knows, okay? He's cooking for like young adolescents with a fucking very limited tasting palates, okay? And they're not gonna like fucking snails because of texture or it's just what it is. He doesn't give a fuck about their take on his high tier food. It's just not his, like, just unless he's a complete dumbass.
Seeing that. Especially when later in the video, Dixie picks her nose and eats the booger. So they have their own personal chef, and Charlie is asking for dino nuggets, the privilege this girl has. While their father continues to try and have an engaging conversation with James, the girls couldn't be less interested, picking and playing with their food. To cap it off, Charlie made a comment about her follower count that rubbed James the wrong way.
Because imagine if I hit 100 mil a year after hitting mil.
Was the 95 not enough for you?
After the awkward moment, the girls try to close the show in the most unprofessional way ever.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching our YouTube video.
Thank you so much for
Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Thank you for watching the first ever and most likely the last ever episode of Dinner with the D'Amelios.
Kinda sad how James was scolding the girls for their manners and not the parents. James is nice to the chef. Any adult watching this knows.
Okay, these people are so terminally online, it's insane. This is not a dinner with parents or dinner with, this is a piece of content, okay? People need to stop labeling shit in the most parasocial way possible, okay? This is a piece of content. Everything on screen is all fucking, they know it's being filmed, it's all for content, it's just what it is, okay? Stop analyzing whether it's the chef is there, the family is there, they need to be parenting. Nobody gives a fuck about any of this shit, okay? This isn't some fucking, like, hidden camera scenario.
The girls for their manners and not the parents. James is nice to the chef. Any adult watching this knows that teenagers acting impolite or goofy during a dinner is extremely common. It's under the circumstances that made it so bad. They have a celebrity chef, a celebrity guest, and are filming the entire experience to launch a brand new series for their own business. So you'd think these girls would be on their best behavior. The entirety of social media erupted calling the girls entitled. The parents were not disciplinary enough. And the usual, why did we make these people famous? Some people timestamped every single moment of the video criticizing a facial expression or movement from them being rude.
Yeah, also this entitled fucking generation of, yo guys, we made them famous. We made it. Bro, you didn't do shit. You consumed content, and that collateral that made somebody a certain. You didn't do it. People think they have power to this. It's so
Dixie
cringe.
tried to apologize and say that people were unfairly criticizing her based on an out of context 15-second clip.
Because they act like it's something that they were giving to somebody. When it's a fair exchange from the beginning. If you like something from somebody and you watch their content or whatever, you are getting something from them while giving them. It's a fair exchange. When things don't pan out, don't act like, oh, dude, I gave them this, dude. I was nice enough to give them the fame. Yo, relax, bro. It was always a fucking fair exchange. Don't be a dumbass.
Because we had all of the context we need. Charlie also addressed the situation.
We've since talked to Chef Aaron May, and like, he's not upset. He was in on the joke, so he was like not, it wasn't a thing where we were being blatantly disrespectful. It was more a thing like, you joke around with your friends. Everyone on my team is friend and family. Like,
apparently this was all just a skit for the video. Charlie addressed losing 1 million followers after her comment about wanting to hit 100 million followers in a year.
when I had said about the followers thing, I genuinely just thought it would be so cool to hit a huge milestone a year after hitting another milestone. I never meant for you guys to make it seem like you were numbers or did not mean anything, and
Now, if she kept this...
Okay, whoa. Bro, this is... Bro, she's not like a streamer. She doesn't have to interact with the people on a daily basis. The amount of interaction is in the very extreme low percentages compared to fucking live entertainment. But, okay, hold up. No, this is actually a good take. Chad, the reality is that she interacts with the people that follow her probably 1 out of maybe like 700,000 people, right? Probably even less than that, actually, right? So, like, it's okay that people feel like a number because they don't interact in a two-way. It's a very one-way only. Not like I read the chat, all them. It's very different, the interaction. So to feel like
mean anything, and
Now, if she kept this...
She just explain people aren't numbers. Yeah, they fucking are numbers. They know they're numbers.
Statement short and sweet, a lot of people would have considered this being a misunderstanding, but she made a crucial mistake and began crying on camera.
sorry. Seeing how people reacted to this, like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. Like, this is messed up stuff that people are saying. Like, people telling me to hate myself, people just like blatantly disrespecting the fact that I'm still a human being is not okay at all.
The point
It's
she was making
reasonable.
were valid. She didn't deserve that level of bullying.
True.
But many people look at crying as trying to take a situation and make yourself the victim and then try to gain sympathy. By doing this, it also allowed for people to spin the narrative, with headlines saying, Charli D'Amelio cries after losing 1 million followers, which we know is not why she was crying. But that just furthered the narrative that she is spoiled and famous for no reason. But ultimately, it didn't really matter, because she became the first person to surpass 100 million followers on TikTok, which prompted numerous accusations that Charli was buying TikTok followers because nobody still, after all this time, could understand why you would follow her. From day one, Charli and the entire D'Amelio family's biggest conflict was the hate.
If you have followers, you're not considered a person. You're just the thing that people get to judge and objectify and call names and bully. So it's like they don't expect it to hurt us, but like, we all do.
Being judged by the entire world is different.
This is a half of a good take. So it's the first half is decent, second half is bad. Like yeah, you come in as an entertainer, right? You're a human, yeah, but you're entertainer first.
xQc
The camera always shows you, not what's behind the screen, right? So like, expect people to treat what they see on the screen first and use a person second. It's always two-part. You thinking that you're gonna be a full human on camera, only human, you have to be commented about in a full human. Doesn't make any sense. That's not how that works. Like, if you didn't want to be a public figure, don't be a public figure. That's just how it is.
Difficult, especially when there isn't much to judge. People usually acquire fame for possessing a skill or talent that is extraordinary, which makes people flock together to pay attention to that skill. You have to work, grind, show passion and dedication to a craft for years before anyone is going.
Bro. How am I? I don't know what I'm talking about. Them. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Are you dumb? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Huh? Who is this guy? Is he talking shit? Bro, of course I know what I'm talking about them. Bro, live content is the most, the viewer base is the most critical out of any viewer base of any kind on the internet, okay? People that watch live are the most degenerational, brain-rotted, dumb fucks, and the people who make it, like me, are even worse. Okay, of course I know what I'm talking about them.
Going to respect you. They were given followers and fame and feel entitled to be given support every time they find a shiny new career they want to pursue. So people give hate to the D'Amelios because they get to waltz in any creative industry other people are dying to get into. They get paid more for mediocre work than experts in their field. So it's not surprising the world wants to hold them to the same standard as experts since they are getting paid just as much as them. Charli became a New York Times bestseller after writing a book called Essentially Charli, The Ultimate Guide to Keeping It Real, which covered topics of identity, cyberbullying, social media, and body image, as well as Charli's childhood and family life. Best-selling author, voice actor, professional dancer, podcaster, YouTuber, clothing designer, makeup designer, chef, musician, all within 2 years of being famous. She tried everything, but was committed to nothing. So the only thing left to do was start a reality TV show. The D'Amelio Show premiered on Hulu in September of 2021 and was an immediate success. It became the most watched unscripted series among all first season titles in the genre on Hulu. Season 1 was them, unsurprisingly, becoming famous and dealing with the overwhelming amount of hate. They even put hate comments on the screen whenever the girls do anything, waking up in the morning reading hate comments, trying to predict the criticism they will inevitably get. This is just giving haters more power and will ultimately make them want to comment more. But this is the only setback that the D'Amelios have ever faced in their life. People not liking them. Mariana Trimble of Washington Square News called the D'Amelio life. People not liking them. Mariana Trimble of Washington Square News called the D'Amelio Show a surprisingly
okay, yeah. They're farming hate watchers. I get it, yeah. Okay. So ET understand that these people kind of suck, and they're just farming hatred, and they're farming hate watchers is what they're trying to do. I get it. And it worked because the series has bad fucking ratings, but they have a lot of watch time, which is good.
Humble look at TikTok's most famous family. You may be shocked to find that you have more in common with celebrities than you thought. Well, they were a normal family for 20 years and famous for 2 years, so it's not that surprising to think they are just like everyone else. But season 2 took a weird turn. They documented Charlie's new burning passion to pursue a music career. Music was the outlet for Dixie to break away from just being Charlie's sister. And since Charlie was speedrunning every career path, you would think they would just let Dixie be the singer. But to make it worse, they lied to Dixie for months, claiming that Charlie was at acting class when she was getting singing lessons. So when they broke the news, Dixie wasn't happy.
I was caught off guard and then expected to be like, oh my god, this is so perfect. You know what? Why don't you put this song on my album? We could do it together. Like, that's how they wanted me to react. And I'm like, guys, no.
Charlie did end up releasing a couple.
Yeah, that's fucking tough. Chat, remember earlier when I said the dynamics between the two girls was probably gonna be weird and hard to understand, right? And very damaging. That's a pretty good way of like how it panned out, I feel like. Because then it's like, she tried to get onto the fucking bandwagon of fame by kind of copying the content her sister was doing a little bit, right? And then now she wants to have her own thing, right? And now, oh no, the other sister can't do the same thing. That's my thing type shit. And that's like, I think there's resentment behind that, but I don't know.
Guys, no.
Charlie did end up releasing a couple songs that saw moderate
success. That's my read on it.
To nobody, she doesn't seem committed to that career path either. We also see even more pressure from managers for Charlie to pursue business ventures.
Right now, my skin has like kind of not been the best, so I feel like just getting my skin fixed because it's like really bad right now, and I don't think it's fair of me to be like, use my skincare.
What?
That's not what I want. I feel like a fraud, and I don't enjoy feeling like that.
She also appeared in Dancing with the Stars,
Well,
which
they
was
just
the
watched
first
it.
time a business venture made sense. And actually, Charlie and her partner Mark Ballas won season 31. The other main theme about season 2 was how Dixie was in a toxic relationship with her boyfriend Noah.
How many times have you guys quietly separated and gotten back together over the last year?
However, season 3 gets even darker, starting with their father talking about the family's goals for this season.
Goals for this year, I would say what our goal is every year, to do no harm to our family.
Then they go on to make an entire season about Dixie and Charlie hating each other.
You guys need me. Like, you act like you don't.
I don't need you.
Great.
You too.
You can find a ride home, you can walk home, you can pay
find
half
another
your
ride.
rent. Okay?
Who?
Anyone else?
I have Uber.
Great.
This was just what we see on camera. Charlie says it's even worse off camera.
Like, she doesn't really see.
I'm sorry, this is just complete garbage. This is just actual garbage.
She could even, like, be the problem. Like, the cameras see a mild version of it. Like, no one actually sees how it is, like, all the time. I am her human punching bag.
Now, it is important to recognize this is reality TV, and who knows how much of it is scripted. Since their careers are very boring, the show producers need menial drama to spiral into something bigger so they have a storyline. MTV producers purposely antagonize Ryan Sheckler on the show to get him to cry and lash out, which led to him developing an alcohol addiction. Mark and Heidi are not stepping in because if the sisters aren't fighting, the show is just them making mediocre music and complaining about hate comments. With that being said, it does seem like Dixie has genuine disdain for Charlie.
I don't know for you guys, I don't know if you have brothers and sisters, dude, but if you were to film my childhood with my brother, dude, the show would get canceled like 3 episodes in, okay? It was, bro, it was so fucking bad. It was like the old school like type of fucking brotherhood, you know? Like, bro, that shit would not air on live. It just wouldn't.
This wouldn't be the first time Dixie plays the "I'm better than you because I'm older" card.
I get, like, for you, it must be really exciting because, like, I always came in first, and, like, now you finally have your time to shine.
No, I think it's so cute that you riding on my coattails, like, really worked out for you.
No, I mean, like, that was your whole life. I mean, 2 years compared to 18, it's, like, really different.
Yeah.
And again, it's reality TV, so we have to take this with a grain of salt, but kind of seems like this family is destroying itself. But the interest in the D'Amelios is drying up, because they are just a normal, pretty non-problematic family, which for the sake of humanity is great, but for entertainment, it's stale. All of their controversies are nothing compared to most celebrities, which, again, that's a good thing. The Kardashians maintain their fame through calculated publicity stunts, drama, sex tapes, contractual relationships with men who are A-list celebrities, having children. Reality TV is a soulless industry. Nobody's life is interesting enough to be on display like this, so you either have to intentionally create conflict or your show gets canceled. We usually deal with celebrity nonsense because they offer something of value in return. Kanye continuously disappoints his fans, but he has created so much great music that they will block out his antics and praise his art. Similar things can be said about Shia LaBeouf or even Bam Margera. Even though the D'Amelio controversies are small and Charlie is pretty unproblematic, most people don't rush to her defense because she is known for TikTok dances and brand deals. Nobody's gonna be like, I'm gonna ignore the Charlie controversy because she drinks Dunkin' Donuts coffee so well on her TikTok. It seems like this family is trying to force themselves to be something they are not, and it may be destroying them. Forbes reported Charlie made $17 million in 2021, and their family company is worth $100 million. They have won the American dream.
What?
And their family company is worth $100 million.
Oh, is that like a valuation, or is that like the actual? That's a valuation, right? Guys, hold up. Yo, chat, I might just fucking, dude, I might just start dancing. What the fuck is this?
They have won the American dream. The already rich family got even richer. These days,
That's
Charlie's
IT.
comment section is flooded with people who say she fell off. She doesn't get millions of views and likes anymore. First it was famous for no reason, now it's not famous enough. It's never going to end. Ignore the hate comments. Why let Hollywood destroy your family for their entertainment?
Interesting. I actually enjoyed this video. I thought it was pretty well done. What is this?
Aiden Ross is one of the biggest live streamers of the past 2
we watched this already. I didn't. It was a good video though.